Hey everyone, I'm so glad you're here today, because we're diving into something that could change the way you see yourself and the world around you. It's something that has the potential to completely shift your perspective and elevate your life. Spiritual awakening. Now, I know the term spiritual awakening might sound a little heavy or even kind of out there for some of you, but trust me, whether you're already on this path or just starting to explore it, this journey is something that we all go through at some point in life. It's not some abstract, unreachable concept. It's deeply personal, real, and incredibly transformative. We live in a world where everyone's running around, chasing goals, following the rules set by society, trying to be someone else. But there comes a time for many of us when we hit a wall, when we realize that everything we've been chasing might not actually bring us happiness or fulfillment. That's when spiritual awakening starts to knock on the door. It often starts with an internal struggle. You know that feeling when something feels off, like you're missing something, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Or maybe it's a bigger moment, a major life change, a loss, a trauma that really shakes things up. It forces you to look inside and ask, what is this all for? Why am I really here? Spiritual awakening doesn't just happen overnight. It's not a magic trick or an instant fix. It's a gradual process, and it starts with discomfort, like a little nudge that tells you there's something more. But here's the thing, that discomfort is actually a gift. It's a sign that you're ready for something deeper, that you're about to step into a version of yourself you never even imagined. So, let's talk about what that process looks like and how you can recognize the signs of spiritual awakening in your life. Let us start by talking about that feeling of discontent. You know when you just don't feel right, like something is missing. Maybe you're stuck in a job that doesn't fulfill you, or maybe your personal life is out of sync. You start to question, is this all there is? This is actually the beginning of spiritual awakening. This sense of emptiness is like your soul's way of tapping you on the shoulder, saying, hey, there's more to life than what you've been chasing. You might not have the answers yet, but that feeling of being unsettled is the first step in finding a deeper meaning. It's a call to move beyond the surface and explore something that transcends the material world. For me, spiritual awakening came at a time when I felt like I had everything: the job, the social life, the outward success, but I still felt empty. I couldn't explain it at the time, but I felt like there was a deeper purpose I wasn't tapping into. That's the tricky part, right? We're told that success and achievements will bring happiness, but when we get there, we still feel like something's missing. And that's exactly what spiritual awakening is trying to tell us. The world we see around us doesn't define who we really are. I bet some of you watching this right now can relate. Maybe you've been stuck in a rut for a while, questioning your life choices, your career, or even the relationships around you. Maybe you've experienced loss or heartbreak, and now you're looking for something more. If that's you, then you're probably in the midst of your own spiritual awakening. At first, it feels like confusion, right? Like you're not sure which direction to go. Maybe you're feeling lost, questioning the things you've always believed in. And guess what? That's okay. That's actually a sign that you're on the right path. Spiritual awakening isn't always a smooth ride. It can be uncomfortable and even scary at times. But here's the thing, it's through that discomfort that you start to grow. During this phase, many people experience what I like to call the storm. This is when you're facing your deepest fears and doubts. It's when all the old beliefs that you held onto so tightly start to crumble. And it can feel like you're losing your identity, like everything you thought you knew about yourself is being challenged. That's the resistance. But here's the key. Resistance is part of the process. It's when the soul is shedding its old skin, letting go of what no longer serves you, and making room for the new. When we face resistance, it's usually because we're ready for something greater. We're breaking through the old to make space for the new. And that's where the real transformation happens. So, if you're feeling anxious, confused, or even a little disoriented right now, I want you to know that this is part of the spiritual awakening process. Embrace it. Don't fight it. This is where you're being called to dig deep and uncover your true self. Now, let's talk about the abyss part of spiritual awakening. The abyss is that moment when everything feels like it's falling apart. It's that moment when you feel like you're on the edge, about to take a leap into the unknown. This is the point where you have to let go of everything that has been holding you back. Your old identity, the masks you've been wearing, the stories you've been telling yourself, everything that doesn't serve your highest purpose. Surrendering to the abyss isn't easy. It requires deep trust in the process, even when you can't see what's on the other side. But trust me, the other side is where the magic happens. The abyss is the moment of transformation. It's the deep dive into your soul, where you face your shadow self and emerge as something new. It's kind of like breaking through the old version of yourself and stepping into who you were always meant to be. That's what spiritual awakening is all about. It's about peeling back the layers and discovering the truth of who you really are. And it's through the abyss that we learn to trust ourselves, to trust the process, and to trust that the universe is guiding us exactly where we need to go. Once you've gone through the abyss and made peace with your inner shadows, something amazing happens. You start to feel a deep connection with everything around you. You begin to realize that separation is an illusion. We're not separate from each other. We're not separate from nature. We're all part of the same beautiful, interconnected whole. And that's when everything shifts. You start seeing the world in a completely different way. You begin to understand that everything is connected, and that we're all here for a reason. The sense of unity that comes with spiritual awakening is like nothing else. It's a profound realization that we're not just here to exist, but to be part of something greater, something more meaningful. At this stage, you're no longer just focusing on your own life and struggles. You begin to see the bigger picture. Your perspective broadens, and you start to feel a deep sense of compassion, not only for others, but for yourself as well. You begin to let go of judgments and accept things as they are. This acceptance isn't about passivity. It's about recognizing that everything has its purpose and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The next phase in your spiritual awakening is when you start to live more authentically. This is when you let go of the personas you've been wearing and start showing up as your true self. The fear of judgment starts to fade, and you begin to realize that your authenticity is what matters most. No more pretending. No more trying to meet others' expectations. You start to live life on your own terms. At this point, you stop seeking validation from the outside world and start trusting yourself. You begin to speak your truth with courage and compassion, without fear of rejection. And guess what? The more you live authentically, the more you attract the right people and opportunities into your life. It's like the universe responds to your authenticity and brings in exactly what you need. So, as we wrap up today's conversation, I want you to remember one thing. Spiritual awakening is not a destination, it's a journey. It's not something you achieve overnight. It's a process, a constant evolution of your mind, body, and soul. There will be ups and downs, resistance and surrender, but through it all, you'll come out stronger, more aligned with your true self. And if you're in the middle of your own spiritual awakening, know that you're not alone. This is a shared human experience, and we're all walking this path together. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and know that on the other side of all this transformation is a life that's richer, fuller, and more meaningful than you could ever imagine. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope this video helped you see the beauty in your own spiritual awakening. If it resonated with you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to hear about your own experiences. Until next time, take care and keep awakening your soul.